Nothing in this world is perfect, and so is my bike and my vlogs. Hi, hello, and welcome back to another vlog. This is Mithun. I was heading for a small and quick breakfast ride, so I thought why not do a review of my bike as well. So I'll see you on the bike. We are heading towards Hoskote for the Biriyani. I know it's quite odd this morning, but yeah, it's quite famous there. It's called Anand Dum Biryani. Two of my friends are joining me for this ride. So the meetup point is somewhere at the Hebal flyover. I can see him here. Yo! On time only, no? No, it is proper only. Hoskote is around 30 kilometers from my house, and it is around probably half an hour to 45 minutes. I don't think so it'll take much time, as there won't be much traffic. So to begin with, nothing in this world is perfect, and so is my bike and my vlogs. I'll just talk about the not so good stuff and the good stuff about this bike, and it is really subjective. And from my perspective, whatever I feel, I'll be sharing it with you guys. Hopefully it might help anybody who is interested to buy this bike. I've done approximately around 5,500 kilometers in this. This bike was an upgrade from the older Duke 390. I will talk about the changes that I feel which are good and bad compared to the previous model and to this model. It's always easier to complain, so I'll begin with the not so good stuff about this bike. First thing, I don't like the lights. Though it's got all LED lights, I don't know if you can see in the video, there is not much throw. The visibility is actually very poor compared to the normal halogen bulbs. The second thing that I don't like about this is it's lost raw power which the previous Duke had. This is much more refined, and it's more of a subtle engine compared to the previous model. As a personal preference, I enjoyed riding that bike more than this. Third thing that I don't like about this bike is since the engine is much refined compared to the previous model, it's got a different sound than that of the old one. Somewhat the sound of the older bike was much more unique, and it was somewhat different, whereas it's not really that loud. The next thing is the pillion seat. It's the place you don't want to be sitting. It's really not that comfortable. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is the tires. Compared to the previous model, the older 390, though it's got the same Metzelers, but then they've actually degraded the grade or something to suit our Indian roads, which is good actually. But then those tires were much the feel of those tires were much better. They were more sticky, and you know, the grip was really good compared to these. Now to talk about the good things about the bike, firstly, this display. It's got a ton of information. Probably no other bike in this segment would give you such sort of informations. You can connect your smartphone to your bike. It shows the signal, the range, your phone's battery, all of that. It's quite useful information when you're doing long rides. The second thing is, with the help of Allen key, you can actually adjust the headlights, the angles that you wish to, which is really good. Then this model comes with a ride-by-wire technology, which is the response is quick. It's almost instant compared to the older bike. There was a slight lag when you actually accelerate in the older bike, but then whereas in this it's much more quicker. It's almost instant, and it's very smooth. The next thing is of course the cushioning on the seat. This is much more softer and more comfortable compared to the older bike, so I like this cushioning. I like this seat more compared to the previous one, as that was much more harder. How can we not talk about the brakes on these bikes? They're very punchy. It's good, something which I really love a lot. It gives you much more confidence when you're doing high speeds. Lastly, it's got slipper clutch, which prevents your wheel from locking up when you're downshifting. It is a nice feature on this bike. Regarding mileage, of course it totally depends on the rider. The way it totally depends on the riding style and the individual. I know people who get 30, 40 and all per liter, but then I always get somewhere in 20s in the city and the highways as well. So it's a very individual thing, which I don't know where to put it across. Also, this has a bigger tank compared to the previous version, which is about 13.5 liter, compared to the older one was around 11 liter, which is very inconvenient in the long rides. So on that front, this got a better range. Sometimes that extra mile really matters a lot, especially when you're searching for petrol bunks on the highways. It's a pain sometimes. We're riding a Duke, and how can we not talk about heating issues? Yes, this bike does get heated up. There was this one point where it just shows high coolant temperature, and then the engine just refuses to turn on. It just doesn't happen. In case if you come across such situation, you should just probably turn off your bike for a while and then try again. Just in case if your bike is less than 3 years old, probably KTM will fix it for free of cost. In my previous Duke, though it was out of warranty, they did fix it for me for free of cost as well. Lastly, talking about the service charges, annual maintenance will come anywhere between 2.5 to 4 or 5,000 maybe. So I guess that's it. This is my take on the Duke 390. For Biriyani, I think the line is all the way till Bangalore. Time is around 5:15, and Just check out the line, guys. Oh my god. Just done with having biryani. Manoj, ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು?
It was too good. Hot biryani.
Siri, how was the biryani?
Really nice, bro. Hot.
Nice, huh? Yeah, it's worth it.
But it's too oily.
It's yeah, it is oily. So it is I think 230, 230 for full, and half is 170. Now, yeah, you get only mutton biryani and not chicken.
And that too only sheep. That's what.
Yeah, yarigoto. So we're heading back home now. I've taken the Devanali road so that I can drop my friend on the way and get back home. These single lane roads are always fun to ride, but at the same time you should always be careful. I've almost reached home, so I'll probably end this video here. If you do like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe. Until next vlog, see you next time.